Hello everyone, my name is Dan Mitzi-Harris. I'm a product designer for Plan Certify, and today I'm going to be talking to you about Service Desk, one of the great categories built into GitLab. By the end of this UX showcase, you'll know what it is, or hopefully you'll know what it is, what the near future looks like, and how you can set it up on your GDK. So what is Service Desk? Essentially, it's a way for our customers to connect directly with an external party through email right inside of GitLab. No need for external tools. Ongoing conversations can happen right where the software is built. This ensures that user feedback ends up directly where it's needed, helping teams build the right features to solve their users' real problems. Service Desk enables teams to offer efficient email support to their customers who can email bug reports, feature requests, or any other general feedback directly into their GitLab project as a new issue. In turn, teams can respond straight from the project. So how does it work? On Enterprise Edition, customers with a premium tier or above can enable Service Desk for their GitLab instance. GitLab will then generate a unique email address per project, which can be shared with the people they want to connect with. When a customer sends an email, it will automatically create an issue in the GitLab project. By replying to that issue thread, their customer will receive updates in their mailbox. And if the customer then replies to that email, the customer posts back into the thread. Because Service Desk is built right into GitLab itself, it eliminates the complexity and inefficiencies of multiple tools and external integrations. And this can significantly shorten the cycle time from feedback to software update. Service Desk also forms a key part of GitLab's recently updated all-ops vision, and it especially complements things like incident management to measure production incidents in services run by our customers. And this is needed to have a complete value stream delivery overview. It competes with competitive alternative software like Zendesk and Jira Service Desk. So to accelerate the development of Service Desk, GitLab's brought on a team of external contractors, which you can learn more about on the Certify Handbook page. To reflect the relationship with incident management, the category has been transitioned from Plan Certify to Monitor Respond. And you can find more about some of the drivers and initial use cases in the confidential issue linked. And as well as this, it's led by an additional single engineer group who's working on Service Desk. The result is there's going to be a lot of activity on this in 2023. So myself and Amelia can't do all of the MR reviews for 6 engineers on our own. So product designers will start seeing themselves pinged on Service Desk MRs as part of the reviewer roulette. So if you do get pinged, how can you test it? Let's jump into GDK and hopefully look at how to set it up. So the first step in the process is have a working GDK. That could be another UX showcase on itself, but it's normally a combination of doing GDK update, GDK stop, GDK kill, GDK start, and status until it all, and bundle install till it all behaves itself. So in the GDK issue or project on GitLab, there's some docs. So if we go to the docs folder, how to scroll down to Service Desk and Mailroom, we'll follow these instructions. The next thing you'll need is an Enterprise Edition license. If you don't have one already, there's some links to how to get one. The webhooks method is, I've never managed to get it working. So for the purposes of this, I'll show you a setup using Sidekick. Hopefully it will work in the future. So the first step is to stop any running GDK services. So we'll do that quickly. GDK stop. And hopefully that'll do its thing. Then the emails get handled and delivered on the GDK through something called Mailroom. For some reasons, please don't ask me to explain them. I don't really understand them. We have to update that manually. So we're going to go to our gem file in the GitLab project and find Mailroom and update that to 1. After that's been saved, we'll do a bundle install to install that. So next we need an email account to send emails to. The emails aren't handled by GitLab itself. They run through some other service. The instructions here suggest Gmail. I'm not allowed to create any more Gmail accounts. So I've set this up using Outlook. I've created a simple danmitsyharris.gitlab.servicedesk email account. So you can create one of those. The next thing we need to do is tell our GDK that we allow incoming email and we allow service desk email. So we need to go to our GitLab config file. And this is where it starts to get a bit nervous for me. We're going to skip the production section and go to the development section and copy and paste this in. Just sort the indentation. Nice. So now we need to link up to my email address I created earlier. So I'll just copy my email address by here. This email address above, you need to add the key to it. So I'll just take that out and add it there. Pop it in colons. Not colons, things. And now we need a password. So your password does end up in plain text. After this recording, I will invalidate this password, but rather than using the main password for your email address, you can create something called an app password, which is only available for use in one place. So on Outlook, you do that in advanced security options. You turn on two-factor authentication, and then you can create a new app password. So I'll just drop that in here. My GDK URL is this one, and we need to find our Outlook IMAP server. So this is Outlook 365. And all of the other settings are the same. To make things faster, I'll just copy and paste the same email address for both. But for some types of tests, you might need two different email addresses. So hopefully, unless I've made any typos, that's all working. And we can go back to our instructions. Nice. Restart all services. Let's see if I've broken everything. Moment of stress. Thanks, Austin. Hug ups on the way. It looks like we're okay. I'm looking here to see if Rails Web is panicking, but it looks like it's not stuck in a boot loop. Here we go. Back to our GDK. So we'll create a new project for this when it finishes loading. Yes. UX showcase email support. Nice. We'll give it a group or a namespace. I'll put it in a. Just thinking about it. I'll put it in one called service desk. There's nothing special about it. It'll just help me find it later, and you can set any visibility level. So then to turn on service desk for this project, we just go to settings, general, service desk activated, and it's got an email address. Lovely jubbly. Next, issues, service desk. And GitLab has generated an email address that we can now send an email to make all the UI appear and stuff like that. So we just create a new email address, a new email to this email address, and it's done. Here's one I made earlier to speed things up. So we'll send that off. Oh no, I've done something wrong. I didn't follow the instructions. I got ahead of myself. Restart all services and then start mailroom in the console. So this is cool because this might happen to you. The email comes in and you're wondering what's going on. Why isn't it working? So I forgot step 7, which is start mailroom. We'll do that in a new tab and we might need to send a new email. This one's a horrible one because it doesn't actually give you any indication if it's working or not. So please cross your fingers for me. Oh, nice. Our email has now left the inbox. It's been deleted and hopefully it's arrived in the service desk. Hooray! Nice. So we can see the service desk has come in and we can reply to this user. See that email come through using letter opener. Hooray! Nice. Well, I'm glad that worked. That could have been very embarrassing. I think that's the end of the presentation. So yeah, if you get pinged in a request, hopefully those instructions and this recording will help you on your way. Thank you.
Awesome. This will make reviewing a ton easier for anybody who's going to get these reviews. I got a first question actually in the agenda. I'm wondering, because of the amount of setup that you had to go through, took you as an experienced designer now about 10 minutes, I would say. Is there any way we could automate this to make it come as pre-installed or as pre-configured for at least Gitpod?
Yeah. No, I don't know if it's possible. I suspect one of the blocking points will be GitLab comes pre-configured with mailroom 0.9 and we need 0.21 to run or something like that. I think those historic reasons might be gone, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure really how to go about that. But I was speaking to the single engineer working in a single engineer group this morning, and I was going through this process with him live. It took about 45 minutes, and we managed to refine it so it works almost every time now. And something that I was trying to get across to him was, with all of this volume of work that's coming, we need to really make it easy for product designers or anyone else involved in an MR review, so that this huge volume of work they're trying to get through this year can be done in an efficient and effective manner. So yeah, I'd love to see it in Gitpod. I'd love to not have to wonder which of the 7 steps I broke and did wrong this time. So I think there might be an issue being started by the seg, but if not, we should definitely create one.
Awesome. That would have been exactly my suggestion, to put it into an issue so that we can collaborate with the engineers. And so I think we can move over to Austin.
Thanks. I think I've done this before, Dan. Tried like set up service desk in SaaS, but I can't really remember the steps. Is it any different than just like going into settings and turning on the toggle and putting your information in there, or is it still require some sort of like administrative effort?
No, I haven't done it for a little while, but I'm pretty sure you just hit the toggle and it's done. It's complicated on the GDK because the GDK doesn't really do emails. Like, we use letter opener to fake a sending email, and it's we're basically making the GDK talk to an external email provider. So yeah, I think on SaaS, our customers don't have to do a lot of this stuff.
Okay, got it. Thanks.
I wanted to plus one what Marcel said about this making it easier to review these locally. So thank you. And then a suggestion to add this recording to the preview MR handbook page. I go to that all the time for features that take an extensive amount of setup. So it'll be great because this would be helpful.
Nice. Thank you. Thank you for the prompt. It was my intention, but if you see I've forgotten, please nudge me and remind me.
Perfect. If nobody else has any questions anymore, I'll go and stop the recording.